Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is truly a privilege to be here with you. My name is Quimel Roy-Jared, and I am the first Chief Accessibility Officer for the MTA. I absolutely love this event. I love that we're here today celebrating belonging, celebrating inclusion for over 200,000 New Yorkers who are deaf or hard of hearing. Today, we tell them that they belong in the transit system, that we want them to feel safe and comfortable moving around every day like millions of New Yorkers like I do, day in and day out. This pilot that we're announcing today is the first pilot of 2025, and I'm so happy to be here with the collaboration, made possible by the collaboration with the Transit Tech Lab, a public-private partnership possible with the Partnership Fund for New York City to make our transit more accessible, responsive, and efficient. This is the result of this year's challenge with the Transit Tech Lab to making our customer service even better, enhancing customer service for all of our customers. I want to thank the partnership for their continued collaboration with us, and we'll hear from them and Convo directly in a moment. When people think about accessibility in the transit system, they think about elevators and step-free access. However, we know that accessibility is so much more than that. Accessibility is about ensuring that every one of our customers has the access and or the tools that they need to be safe as they navigate throughout our transit system. Yes, that includes physical access for people like me, but it also includes access to information, which is assistance that many of our customers take for granted. Assistance like speaking to our agents, speaking to our staff. Access to transportation starts with access to information. From getting information on service changes, to reduce fare Omni, and we're going to say it again and again. We are so proud that Omni is open to all of our customers, including the 1.5 million customers who have reduced fare, who are persons with disabilities, and New Yorkers over the age of 65. So if you haven't gotten your card in the mail yet, it is coming, and please do come and sign up if you are qualifiable and you require assistance. Our staff is here at all of our customer service centers, like here at Atlantic Barclay. So come and talk to them. Even if you're deaf or hard of hearing, come and engage with us. We are now able to do that seamlessly for all of those. 1 out of 4 New Yorkers experiences hearing loss or is deaf in their lifetime. And my team and the entire team at the MTA are committed to working with our strong network of advocates and technology partners to enhance service, Convo being one of those solutions. The Convo Access Web application is going to be deployed here at Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center, Customer Service Center, in addition to customer service centers throughout the 5 boroughs. This will be available in every borough. We are one MTA, united across different agencies, but together in our commitment to customer service. And so Convo will be available at multiple Metro North stations, Long Island Railroad stations, including right next door at the Atlantic Terminal, Long Island Railroad Station. And we are not stopping there. Convo Access will be available in all of our mobile sales vans and buses, and of course at 3 Stone Street, our customer service center right at headquarters, which will allow us to test the technology in several different environments. This pilot's going to start today and will go through November of this year. Accessing Convo is free for all of our customers and can be used 24/7. As you will see in the demo video that we will show shortly, as well as in the live demo that we will be doing, Convo Access is easy as scanning a QR code from your phone, where you'll be immediately connected to a live American Sign Language interpreter. Convo shows us the power of technology to close the gaps of access in our environment, and it's just one of the many tech solutions that we are piloting here at the MTA. We continue to talk tirelessly and about the development of our modern fare gates, and more to come with that this year. As you saw, the governor is excited about making at least 20 modern fare arrays this year, 20 more the following year, new web tools to enhance the travel experience, including real-time alerts and wayfinding tools like Navalens, which we continue to expand on. Our team would love to hear from our users on their experience with Convo, so please check out our website, email us at accessibility@mtahq.org, or use our customer feedback portal to tell us about your Convo experience. Thank you so much. Unas cuantas palabras en español. Estamos aquí celebrando la apertura de Convo Now, un nuevo sistema que estamos en un piloto en todos los 5 condados para poder comunicar con esos usuarios del tránsito que no hablan, que tienen pérdida de oído, que no escuchan y pueden comunicarse con Sign Language. Así que para esos usuarios que usen Sign Language, estamos aquí diciéndole que ustedes también pertenecen en el sistema de tránsito. Queremos hacer un tránsito para todos y eso incluye los 200.000 neoyorquinos que no se comunican hablando, que se comunican con Sign Language. Así que para mí es un orgullo y un placer estar aquí con todos. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now we will hear from Gerald Mazzano from Convo. Thanks again.
Thank you, Kumail.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for having me here. First, we want to thank the Transit Tech Lab and the MTA for launching this pilot program with Convo. To see it now become a reality, as a native deaf New Yorker, somebody who's used the subway system, the bus system, and the various ways you use transit in this city, just picture what a deaf person's life looked like, getting into this massive transit system in a world of silence, trying to navigate through these different locations. If we were lost, we would try to write notes back and forth with the MTA employees, but that takes a lot of time. It takes resources. And there's the possibility for great misunderstanding in communication. So deaf people learn to navigate throughout our own paths to avoid specific conversations. As we know, information is powerful, and the sharing of information even greater so, especially in times of an emergency. So it is a great thrill to be here, to be able to create an impact together with this partnership with the MTA and Transit Tech Lab to keep things simple. Everybody knows how to use their own phone. Deaf people were born and raised knowing how to use interpreters. So to create a simple solution like the QR code with Convo Access, it allows the MTA to be creative and have the power to test and try out a number of different locations simply by putting a QR code sticker anywhere they want. And if it doesn't work, you simply remove the sticker and move it to a new location. It can't get any more flexible. It doesn't require an overhaul of an infrastructure. It doesn't require a change out of systems. It can be as simple as a sticker. And that's the goal of Convo Access. And access starts here to allow us to be able to provide a solution simply. Within the design itself, we can do so much more with a number of different transportation agencies. So we're very proud to start in my hometown with the MTA. So I encourage the deaf and hard of hearing community to come, try it out, and to navigate the system freely and have a conversation at any place at any time. The power is in your hands. So thank you for making this possible.
Thank you so much, Harold. We're going to hear now from Stacy Matland, the Transit Tech Lab Senior Vice President for Innovation at the Partnership for New York City.
I'm honored to be here today representing the Partnership for New York City, which proudly supports the Transit Tech Lab, a public-private initiative in partnership with the MTA to help make New York transit more accessible, responsive, and efficient. Today's launch of Convo Access builds on the success of the 2024 Transit Tech Lab Convo Proof of Concept, which demonstrated how real-time American Sign Language interpretation can significantly improve the customer experience for deaf and hard of hearing riders. That initial phase saw an incredible 94% activation rate with strong positive feedback from customers and staff, underscoring the tool's significant impact and value. Now, through this expanded pilot, we have an opportunity to further understand how this technology can help even more New Yorkers navigate the transit system with confidence. And this is exactly why the Transit Tech Lab exists, to identify promising new solutions to pressing transit challenges, test them in real-world conditions, and help them scale for broader impact. Through the lab, we've introduced other cutting-edge accessibility solutions like NaviLens, which helps visually impaired riders navigate the system. And now, thanks to the Transit Tech Lab's role in fostering regional collaboration, Convo Access is not just launching at the MTA, it will also be tested at the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey and New Jersey Transit, expanding its impact to the broader New York regional areas across 36 New York and New Jersey transit hotspots. Convo joins a growing list of promising solutions from last year's Transit Tech Lab customer experience, climate resilience, and curb activity challenges that are currently being tested in deeper pilots to demonstrate how new technology can help make transit better for all New Yorkers. We're proud to continue supporting the MTA in achieving its accessibility goals and look forward to seeing the impact of Convo Access in the months ahead. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody involved.
Rachel, for the live demo. Now I want to say this is Rachel Furman, a former colleague of mine at New York City DOT. She's also a member of our ACTA, our advisory committee for transit accessibility. So I wanted to give you a huge thank you, huge shout out, and also to our transit advocates who are always with us. Thank you for helping us reach that goal of full accessibility, not just step-free, but full access. And it starts with you all telling us what's missing and what you want to see in the system. So Rachel, I'll turn it back to you for a live demo.
I'm a committee member of the MTA ACTA Council for train accessibility. I'm a deaf rider myself, and I use public transportation every day. When I ride the subway, a lot of times there's audio announcements that are made, and I'm not able to hear those announcements. The announcements like anything, there's a sick passenger, or a last-minute change as far as the route goes, or police activity, anything like that. And those announcements are vital for information for the rider's experience. And many deaf riders have no idea or don't realize there's been an announcement has been made. As an ACTA committee member, I was thinking about different ways that we could provide accessibility between the MTA and deaf and hard of hearing riders and American Sign Language users. And I'm so pleased that the MTA has partnered with Convo to do this pilot program to provide accessibility, communication access through sign language interpreters in real live time. Where the MTA customer service centers are, now a deaf rider can go in and talk to a customer service agent at a window and actually ask questions through the help of technology using their phone. It's a very creative invention and a creative solution that provides equal access between an MTA and the deaf and hard of hearing riders. I really salute MTA for taking this first step and providing accessibility and inclusivity to the deaf and hard of hearing community. My hope is communication access will be able everywhere, and the deaf experience the same as everyone else. Thank you so much for the MTA accessibility team and for really fighting for this and giving us a tool that will work, that's user-friendly between the MTA and the deaf and hard of hearing riders. Thank you again so much.
Thank you, Rachel. Now we're going to go to play the video of the demo that we put together.
Now serving 0.
Hi. So, can you hear the interpreter?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So thank you for taking this call. I'm here because I wanted to know how I'm able to sign up for the reduced fare Omni card.
Okay, so the reduced fare Omni card, this is the application. You have to take the application form to your doctor and bring it back to the office. It takes approximately 2 to 8 weeks for processing.
I hope you were able to see that phone. The phone was showcasing the interpretation happening both from the customer speaking in sign to the interpreter who was speaking out loud so our agent could hear that. And the responses from the agent was being, again, interpreted back to the customer and having providing for a seamless communication. That's what today's all about, providing access to information, access to transportation, and doubling down on belonging, because every New Yorker belongs, no matter what disability you have. You belong in the transit system like every other New Yorker. Thank you so much for that. All right, I think Tim?
All right, let's start the questioning today with Shakti Dennis of News 12 Brooklyn. Shakti.
Good morning. Yes, I was wondering if the service is available 24/7 and what happens in underground when there's no phone service.
Well, first, the pilot is available 24/7, and at all locations where we're starting off at over a dozen locations in all, Long Island Railroad, Metro North, and New York City Transit. We have technology, internet availability at all of those stations. All of our stations have access right now. They're connected, and as you well know, we're working on even connecting beyond the stations into the tunnel. That's a project that's in development.
All right, next up is Newton Jones Burkett III from Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Newt.
Thank you, Timothy. Looking at the larger issue of accessibility, I'm sure that you've heard that Donald Trump is considering pulling the plug on congestion pricing. As you know, congestion pricing tolls are intended to go to the MTA's capital plan, which means more accessibility. What's your reaction to the fact that Trump is considering doing this?
Listen, the reality is that this administration is doubling down on accessibility. We're making stations more accessible than 5 times previous MTAs. We are dedicated to accessibility, and we remain committed to that. Anyone who wants to have a conversation about the congestion relief that's happening here in New York will find open dialogue with any New Yorker who's experiencing faster travel routes, faster commutes. I'm hearing that people who weren't able to come to the theater are now coming to the theater because they're able to come drive in after their jobs and get, to enjoy nightlife and theater here in New York, because congestion relief is working, and I'm sure that those people who want to have those conversations will find open dialogues to discuss that. We remain committed to accessibility, and that's not changing here at the MTA.
Yeah, but again, Trump is considering pulling the plug on congestion pricing. Do you not have an opinion on whether he should do that or not?
Listen, I don't think it's on me to opine on what the president's thinking. We remain committed to accessibility here at the MTA, and that hasn't changed.
And we move on to Andrew Siff of WNBC. Andrew.
Q, how are you? In a similar vein, my question is, regardless of the president, the fact that it's on now, congestion pricing, and you're seeing more tangible improvements, and you can almost sort of taste those capital improvements going forward, how worried are you that all of this funding could disappear like that?
Listen, I'm very comforted hearing Jano's remarks in Albany last week. We saw legislators that agreed on how good things are, how great it is. Everyone is celebrating how much we've committed to accessibility. We remain committed to that. The legislature remains committed to that. All of our partners in Albany understand that this is vital for the progress of New York City, that every New Yorker is seeing those benefits. Not only New Yorkers with disabilities who rely heavily on buses and are seeing buses moving fluidly throughout the city, but also those New Yorkers like myself who are now having access to transit stations like this one, transit stations like over 150 that are accessible and growing. You've been at many of those events, and I'm sure you'll continue to join us because, as I said before, we remain committed to accessibility. The legislature understands that. Our transit partners understand how critical and vital this investment for accessibility is, and I feel very confident that that will continue to be the case. We are committed to it. That is not wavering, and we are not changing our narrative. We are doubling down on accessibility, and we will continue to do so.
All right, the celebration continues with Jose Martinez of the city. Jose.
Thank you. Hi, Kamel. In terms of elevators and escalators that are maintained by private landlords, and you have one that's out of service here, realistically, what can the MTA do to improve performance of those machines to get them up to the level that of the ones that transit maintains?
Listen, Jose, I know that you're really smart and you really follow the facts. The reality is our elevators, those that the MTA owns and maintains, are operating over 98% availability right now. Private elevators are doing a lot better than they used to do in the years prior. They're still not at the level that we are in our elevators, but we have a whole team dedicated to monitoring those outages, ensuring that there is an active dialogue with those private developers citywide that are not performing as good as we would like them to see. But the numbers are getting better, and I hope it continues to be that case.
All right, anybody else? Great, thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
Great.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
We're going to play you one more video with extended B-roll for the live stream viewers. Thank you.
Serving 948 at window number 4.
I'm going to hand you over your Omni card. I will ask you to set the device here for me. Go ahead.
Hi. So, can you hear the interpreter?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So thank you for taking this call. I'm here because I wanted to know how I'm able to sign up for the reduced fare Omni card.
Okay, so the reduced fare Omni, she has to be 65 years old with disability. She has to have a reduced fare application.
No, I don't think I have the application, sorry. I just wanted to know, how do I sign up?
Okay, so she has to pull out the reduced fare application and she has to take it to her doctor.
For the OMNY?
Yes. Okay, so this is the reduced fare application form that has to be filled out by you, and you have to take it to your doctor to be filled out, and you can drop to 8 weeks.
You said 4 to 8 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.